What up? Oh, shoot. Forgot to adjust the camera. My bad. My bad. Yeah, today is a sitting day because I am low energy because it has been non-stop for several days. Not completely low energy. Low enough energy that I'm like, I'm going to do this because I need to do this. But like, it has been several days non-stop, culminating in today, my oldest not making it to school because he has a fucking ear infection, so... What the hell? Hold on. Okay, cool. I was just making sure I got tag and thing. I'm like, oh, is everything okay? Yeah. What's going on? Thank you, Yami, for checking me out from Devon, France. I don't know why you're here of all places, but I appreciate you. Knowing you refuse to let the streak die, and I appreciate that. Also, welcome. Is that, I'm assuming it's Pat Tyler on the Read You Loud and Clear? And not P for T, but you know, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, obviously. Getting all my ducks in a row. Okay, giving everybody a minute to show up as per usual. I swear, kids are ear infection magnets. Press for time. Got it. Cool. Never mind. We're good. Got it. Understood. That makes more sense why you would have the Tyler there. I never fucking claim to be smart. I am very, very, very on the record with how not smart I am. Repeatedly and constantly. I do need to make that clear. What up, Admo? Good to see you. This is my personal YouTube. No, totally. Again, this is me, not you. This is a me issue, not a you issue. Because I could have used contextual clues to get there, and I just straight up didn't. So, one thing I will say. When last we played... Alright, can I pause it? Alright, can I pause it? Pause emulation, there we go. When last we played, I mentioned, like, yeah, I'm gonna, you know... I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and clear out all the treasures and shit from Mount Hobbs to make it faster next time. I completely forgot, and I should have known because of how much I know about Final Fantasy IV. The moment you walk into Mount Hobbs, there's a cutscene. And it's not huge. Like, I 100% could have skipped it. Realistically, especially because I played Final Fantasy IV on this channel. I played the whole, like, Edward-only challenge literally just last year. So... like... I could have skipped it. But, you know... I just, I guess I just can't help myself. I was like, no, I'm gonna do the damn thing. One thing I will say. There is, not new discourse. Two bits of discourse. That I will address. One is, so what up, Caracal? So on Blue Sky, they're like, it's somewhat important. I know it's somewhat important. The technical advisor to Blue Sky is like basically mass blocking everyone who is anti-AI. And so I've seen a number of people who have come in and been like, hey, you know, Blue Sky's the issue. The way we got to stick it to him is go elsewhere. I'm not leaving Blue Sky because all these fucking... Every social media's got some type of issues. And the way we stick it to them is we stick around and tell them we don't fucking want this and we push back, essentially. But I cannot goddamn motherfucking stand Gen AI. I cannot stress enough, because once again, my issue is not the concept, the core concept or the idea of what it is. My issue is what they're doing with it and how they're utilizing it, because I think the idea of computer software that can do things to in the gaps and to make the minutia of our lives easier is a beautiful, wonderful premise. And I think the fact that every company on the goddamn planet is trying to shove it into every product I already could use and make everything worse is the reason why I forever hate whoever created it. And all the people of that ilk. I'll tell you right now, I fervently believe Sam Altman should get the shit kicked out of him every day for the rest of his life. I fundamentally believe that deep in my heart and in my soul. I believe the world would be better if every single day he woke up and just got fucking cross-jawed. So, there's that. Secondly, there is somehow, some goddamn way, discourse about the Michael Jackson biopic coming out. And any reference thereof within to, you know, any alleged child predation and everything. And here's my thing. I obviously cannot speak for the dead. I can barely speak for the living outside of my own fucking self. However, what I can say is, it has become a known quantity that a number of the things in Finding Neverland, basically the entirety of all the buttressing arguments were false and hit jobs. Now, you can question the nature of his being around kids and everything. There is the, I think, very valid theory that, like, he had his childhood robbed from him, and so as an adult, he wanted to live out the childhood he couldn't have. But regardless of whether he was, whether he wasn't, whatever it may be, one thing I will point out, people have looked, his name wasn't on them goddamn Epstein files. One thing I will point out regardless is, if we're addressing, okay, this is a biopic meant to talk about his life, his difficult upbringing, everything, like, you know, we don't have to do that, right? We don't have to talk about it regardless. We just don't when it's not, like, it's not a thing that it's, I'm just saying, we can just not get into things that are not actually proven with a movie. Like, we can do that. We can just have movies, is what I'm ultimately getting at. We could just have a movie. Okay? Because here's another spoiler alert. Who who was it? Who was it that was playing? Coleman Domingo. There we go. Here's another thing we can discuss. And Nia Long. Nia Long. Michael's parents look great. Joe Jackson did not look like fucking Coleman Domingo. I mean, he looked like Coleman Domingo, but he did not look like Coleman Domingo, okay? He did not look as good as Coleman Domingo. We can... There's always going to be some gaps. Okay? So, and I'm not sitting here saying anyone who has any reason to believe for any amount that the allegations are true is wrong. No, I'm not saying that. You're allowed to. I'm just also saying we can just watch a movie. We can. Like, at some point in life, we have come so far around the bend that people refuse to just allow themselves to enjoy. It kind of goes to a bigger conversation. I'm going to dovetail here for a minute before I go to the game. Just fucking walk with me. It's almost as if the Finding Neverland was introduced to poke holes in the allegations because so many people already believe them and you had to mess them. Listen, I don't... Again, I'm not getting into the multi-layered conspiracy theory. My thing is, there are so many people who seem to genuinely believe because we have problems in the world, and we do, objectively we do, to a great amount, we cannot allow ourselves to enjoy anything. One of the best examples I can give you. Now, I am not... Okay, I'm trying to think how to put this in a way that is both honest and doesn't inculcate me. So for those of you who don't know, Blue Sky works off what's called ATP servers or AT Proto servers. And like it's essentially, for lack of a better way of putting it, it's something to the tune of Mastodon, where it's federated. It's different, but structurally, essentially, you can have a different AT Proto server that hooks into the same social feed network, and so that's how you'll get people who will have. Instead of, like, I have at anoriand.bsky.social, you can have other dots there and servers that are hooking in and things like that. There is an actual established Black Sky server. It's run by a guy named Rudy, and so they have their own. Now, I need to be very clear. I am not on the Black Sky server. I'm aware it's there. I'm just gonna cut that shit off at the pass. No, I did not decide to fucking go sneaking. Okay? That's not how shit works. I do still have a .bsky, and the B does not stand for black. It's not like I'm there undercover. I am still on Blue Sky. Okay, let me establish. I am telling you this to say something. I'm aware of it. The point, however, is that I do follow and am mutuals with and often have discussions back and forth with a great many people on Black Sky. There is a dude on Black Sky who will consistently wake up and post good morning and remember no one and nothing can stop us, capital US, from having a great day. Now, if you have never been around Black Sky, Black Twitter, any such thing, you may not have caught the importance in the capitalization of us there. When he said us, now any person can read that and include themselves. Okay. He did, however, definitely mean black folk. But, say all that to say, the point being, I cannot tell you how often he posts that and his comments start filling up. It's the point where he posts it and several people just pull up ready with chairs and popcorn because we know it's coming. Because here come the angry leftist white people who immediately just shout, "What do you mean? Tell that to the protesters getting attacked in the streets. What do you mean? No one's stopping us. There's a Cheeto in the White House." I am not saying external sources and external issues cannot affect your internal or day-to-day life. That would be asinine, okay, and a bridge too far. I am not saying that. I would not say that. I am, however, saying that a decent chunk of having a good day can come from within. And that while your in-person day-to-day life events can directly affect having a bad day, much more so, the overarching structure of the situation, if you let that define whether or not you can have a good day every day, your life's gonna be goddamn miserable. And it's gonna hurt you more than anyone else. And so dragging everyone else into that misery does nothing. Can that affect you for a day or for a particularly bad judgment or something like that? Of course. Can it definitely affect you if you are someone who is affected by a negative ruling or anything along those lines? Of course. I am not trying to sit here and downplay any very, very real structural societal issues. I am, however, saying you can still find reasons to smile. Even if it's not consistently at all times, you can find reasons to smile. I feel like the point of this, and bring that into the Michael Jackson movie, say, I feel like the point of that movie is to, regardless, while it does get into his youth, and it does get into how much of an absolute fucking rat bastard Joe Jackson was, it also gets into how, regardless of whatever you think or want to say or anything else, this was a man who fundamentally changed the world. He shifted the cultural zeitgeist in a way I don't think anyone else has, and yes, I do include Taylor Swift. We have, technically also because of the In Living Color, cast and the Wayans family and so on, but we have the modern day Super Bowl halftime show, one of the biggest cultural events year by year, every year. We have Michael to thank for that. And to a slight side degree, Whitney. But we have Michael to thank for that. One of my favorite quotes these days is, people who vote conservative because leftists get on their nerves are weak, because I'm a leftist and other leftists get... I can't stand leftists. I hate so many of them motherfuckers. But I'm not gonna suddenly be a Nazi. But like, Michael, it's like, Michael had iconic moments that had nothing to do, like they were performing, but they had nothing to do with performing. That original halftime show, he fucking jumps out and he's just looking one way, and the audience is losing their goddamn minds for like 40 uninterrupted seconds. And then his next move was just to turn his head in the other direction, and people lost their minds all over again. People went to the hospital because they went and saw his show. Not because they were trampled, because they were overwhelmed by just the sheer... Like, I know we throw around the term aura these days. I think if there was a use case for the word aura in all of history, it might fucking be Michael Jackson. I saw someone raise this point, and I think it's 100% true. If domain expansions were real, Michael Jackson may be the greatest jujutsu sorcerer of all time, very much including Satoru Gojo. He'd have like fucking domain expansion bad. And like everyone around him would just be enveloped in his concert and enthralled by him. Sacha Boys wish they had the fucking aura and magnetism that peak Michael had. I need people to understand, when I point out the sales numbers of like, the list of best-selling albums, Thriller, it's not just that Thriller is the greatest selling album of all time, right? It's not just that it's the greatest selling album of all time. It's that the gap from Thriller at 1 to AC/DC's Back in Black at 2 is bigger than the gap from AC/DC at 2 to Norah Jones' Come Away With Me at... No, to the Beatles' Abbey Road. Excuse me, I was looking at the wrong album. But still close. The Beatles' Abbey Road at... $31. The gap from 1 to 2 is vaguely the same as the gap from 2 to 31. That's... There are children in fucking elementary school to this day who know Thriller. There is not a reason for them to know Thriller. Not any logical reason. He doesn't play by the same rules everyone else does. So yeah, they're making a movie talking about a guy who reset shit. And mind you, I'm not saying you cannot, and here's the thing, Tyler, I agree, but also, I am not saying that you can't draw a line and say, I am no longer doing a thing. You actually can't stop this rant, not because I don't want to hear it, but because I'm pretty sure you've done this rant closer than your Bard-only run of FF4. You know what? That's honestly a perfect way to shut it down. TLDR, just fucking enjoy things. Just allow yourself to enjoy things. The world has fun. I promise you. It's out there. It exists. And you're allowed to enjoy things. Speaking of enjoying things... Son of a bitch. Alright, never mind. Hold on a moment. I talked for so long my controller turned off. And any of you who... If you're not familiar because you don't stream and so you don't have your controller sitting there for long enough untouched, generally with a lot of these programs, if you turn your controller off while playing and then turn it back on, it no longer reads the inputs. With minimal context, I'm so glad David Eddings died before Twitter existed, so I can enjoy his books without having to worry about how he was apparently a legendary shithead in the writer's space. Listen, like I said, you can have things you still enjoy. Just, you know. Here we go. Cast the spell of fire, Rydia. Rydia. You can do it, Rydia. No. Huh? I hate fire! She's afraid of fire because her village was destroyed in a fire. Listen, Rydia. You're the only one who can melt this ice. If we can't get through here to Fabul, more people will be in danger. Please. Please, Rydia. And then... Fire! That's, I think, my favorite part about all of this. And again, I love Final Fantasy IV. Y'all know I love Final Fantasy IV. But I think that's my favorite part of all this, is that Rydia basically just gets said, please, Rydia. And then she just gets better. Like, it's quick, it's to the point, it's just like, okay, cool, I have fire now, cool. And just keep it moving. But yes, also, Cecil. Pot, kettle. You're just gonna parry because you're not doing shit all to them skeletons. Wait, no, those are skeletons. I think maybe he can deal damage worth a damn to the skeletons. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm trying something with Kane as the ranger for a bit. Kill. Really? Okay. Sure. Ow. Lightning. Okay. I do appreciate that the ATB meter kind of sets itself back and refills based on the command's input. Because it kind of gives me a better idea of how long a command takes to use versus, like, standard attacks and such. I'm just running. You don't really need to hella power level in FF4. There are times when leveling is helpful, obviously, but... here we go. I wonder if they keep the original line of what Yang yells in the Super Nintendo version. What's that? He must be a karate fighter of Fabul, also known as a monk. Yep. Yep. This is, so everyone understands, this is genuinely the original English translation of FF4 here in America on the Super Nintendo cartridge. Yang, instead of shouting like, Hiya, shouts, Achu. I got nothing, Doug. Bam! Then he fucks him up. A lot of websites I peruse still have Caracal. Knowing your lore and knowing where you saw that Maya Angelou quote is the actual problem. Oh, I don't get to choose my actions because this is okay. I wonder if this will. I'm trying. Oh, there actually is a fight I can think of where I wonder if I have the wrong party, if it'll fuck me up. So they basically completely reinverted the system, right? So that you only have these preset characters, and the other characters who would normally join you are removed to make room for the job class system in the game. Which means that whenever we get these moments where it's like, oh, we're swapping over to, you know, a different character for like a one-off fight like this particular one, that is very noteworthy because we don't actually swap to anyone else. We just keep our party. I wonder if that's gonna fuck with when we fight, when Tella fights Golbez. I'm very curious. Like, I know it is, but I'm saying, like, I wonder if it's gonna make it difficult for me as a result. Yo, the FF4 boss music absolutely fucks. And the only reason I won't argue it's a top boss track in the series is because it's not even the top boss track in its own game. That goes to stuff. Exploding! This is gonna hurt. Do some healing shit on us. I should have used Cure too. Ow! Fuck, that hurt. Let me immediately heal Rosa before she dies. Cool. I am in okay enough shape that I can just start going after individuals. Cecil is gonna use Dark Blade because this is like... Oh, when they put... Hyadane fucking nailed it for the FF14 soundtrack. Also, speaking of FF14, Tyler, you're finishing Stormblood, so that means you're hanging out with my Warrior of Light's canonical best friend. Canonical best friend. It's canon. Hold on 1 second. Okay. What up, Flower Crown? Good to see you. Glad you're doing okay. Oh, I'm assuming you're doing okay. Little hair curl. This right here? I appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm Yang, the karate master of Fabul. We were training when they attacked us. We're on our way to Fabul.
Golbez is using Baron to get crystals.
That means they will try to capture our crystal of air as well.
No doubt. Damkin was already attacked and had the crystal taken away. Fabul is next.
But we are now hopeless. I'm the only survivor of our main forces. Those in the castle have just started on their training.
Golbez must have sent those monsters.
To keep us busy here and attack Fabul?
Then they will be attacking any minute.
But you are a Dark Knight.
It's not only your problem, but also ours. I'm the Prince of Damkin. Rosa and I were in Baron, and she is Rydia. I was fooled by King Baron, and I had to defeat her mother.
Technically, you defeated her mother's summon, but you know, you have your own reasons, I see. Would you help me then?
Of course!
Fabul is to the east over the mountain. Let us go.
Yang gave us the monk class!
What's monks' growth rates look like? Let me take a skaladoodle. Take a peekly do. I'm curious. Monk's got great strength and HP. Obviously, awful MP growth. Decent vitality, awful wisdom and will. Meh, agility. But compared to... Should I swap off a Dark Knight, maybe? It'll give me better HP growth. Ultimately, what it will do is it will lower my Wiz growth and my MP growth, but it'll give me better HP growth. Yeah, you know what? Let's change it up. Let's Cecil Monk for a bit. Cecil gets his class change early. He's my heavy hitter. I do not have a monkable weapon, but just as a monk, wait, unless I'm stupid. Pause. Let me... Dark Knight with my best sword. Yeah, I hit harder as a monk. Good. Perfect. I'm okay with this. Sweet. Monk it up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. Check it out. Look at the stash. My man Cecil came not to be served, but to serve. And by serve, I mean serve looks. As it says in the good book. He literally has an ability now called Aura. He just has Aura now. Just has that shit on tap. Hell yeah. I will never get over that someone made a program to keep Max awake and named it Head. To be fair, it's an accurate name. Kill! Hell yeah. Okay. What the hell? What do you mean? What do you mean we're getting into a fight? I did not agree. Fuck it. I'm just gonna delete one of them. Do I have to do that? No. Bullied. How do you do with... Oh, shit, you're weak to ice. Noted. I thought they might have been, but I forgot. Oh, just get rid of one of them. Cool. I could kick, but kick is just like, meh. How's the damage so low? You. Take him out. Hopefully. Sweet. Okay. This does have me... like... I don't know that it would be good. I want to start with that. I don't know that it would actually be good. But, given the whole conceit of this Romhack is, what if FF4 played more like FF5? I.e., what if we took FF4's gameplay and story and everything, and we incorporated the FF5 job system? It does have me curious about the alternative idea, like someone making a ROM hack that is what if FF5 played more like FF4. Oh, it's because I hit like the run button, I forgot. I was like, why am I run? But yeah, the idea of like, what if FF5 played a little bit more like FF4? I.e., what if the characters had like preset ability sets? I know structurally, even in saying it, that like it would at best be really weird. and you would have to go out of your way to provide a number of different weird-ass abilities throughout the party. Or, essentially, like, you would still have the only way it could work, right? And again, this is why I don't know that it would be worth it. The only way I could see that it would work would essentially be that you would have to essentially make everyone the equivalent of, like, the bear class, the jobless class, freelancer, whatever you want to call it. Excuse me. The freelancer or what have you, and give them the ability to learn. I think the way you could do it that could actually work is if you pulled a Final Fantasy 3, like original 3, and essentially anyone could learn whatever spells, whatever magic, but you had 3 spell slots per level. And then otherwise you would have to have each of the individual characters learning other shit. Like Bart's would have a Bart's set of abilities. Lena would have a Lena set of abilities, whatever, that could cover in some of the gaps. And so there'd be some flexibility. So it would ultimately, weirdly, it wouldn't actually, now that I'm saying it out loud, it would not actually play more like FF4. It would realistically play more like FF6. And you would just have to hard limit, because the dominant ability to learn magic is essentially through money as opposed to through AP or anything like that. You would have to limit. Oh, I just kicked the shit out of a door. But it'd be more akin to FF6, but I think it could theoretically work that way. I don't know. Spitballing random ideas of things that, whether or not they would necessarily be good, could be fun. Use a tent rather than human side there. Sweet. I'm gonna save. I know, get claws here. Okay, nothing worth grabbing. Maybe, do I have any? I have 4 life. Kinda gotta hold on to some of my shit, unfortunately. Well, actually, let me go check the weapon armor shop. Cool. I can get extra copies of the Sage, the Bard, and the Ranger here, if I wanted. I'm fine for now, but good to know. I think a Fire Claw, an Ice Claw, and a Thunder Claw, just to have the gamut. Cool. I unfortunately do not have... Oh, because he's not ambidextrous, he can't dual-wield claws. So I have to pick a specific... Because there's... Edge is the only ambidextrous character. Well, Edge and Yang, but Edge of the main party is the only ambidextrous character. Alright, okay. Do either of them have... No. Cool. Yeah, I will say, fun as this concept is, I do think it is narratively at odds with the main game design, where the jobs in tech world... Oh, 100%! This is clearly, like, something you play for fun. Shit, the one called Golbaz is behind the stem. I went into autopilot. Truly, these people here have come to let us know. Who are these people?
We have no time to waste. The defense of the castle must be to tighten immediately.
But you're a Dark Knight of Baron. Can I really trust you?
King, they are trustworthy. They came to my defense when I was attacked. Not a moment is to be lost. There is no time. I'm glad to see you again, sir.
Oh, Prince Edward.
Damkin, too, has suffered from the attack and had the crystal taken away. I lost my parents and beloved friend. Did you let the same thing happen to Fabul? God. Thank God for 90s era, like, Ted Woolseyisms that Anna was his beloved friend. They were roommates, guys.
I'm sorry for the misunderstanding. Will you help us defend the crystal?
Yes.
They are all outstanding combatants. I asked them to take the forefront.
Very well, I leave the matter in your hands.
Girls, would you take the office of relief?
Certainly.
Now, Cecil.
Yeah. Little do they know that the girls are currently my best. Take care. So do you. And you, Rydia. Just all the love in the world. Yes, this obviously does not work. In terms of, like, this couldn't be the real release. I just think it's like a fun, as someone who is, they're coming, meet them! As someone who's played FF4 so many times, and literally done different challenges and things like that on this channel, like, I just think it's just a fun little, this is a neat way to change things up, you know what I mean? I would never recommend this as someone's first way of playing Final Fantasy IV, right? If someone was like, I want to play Final Fantasy IV, what game should I start with? Or what version should I play? I would never tell someone they should start here. But if someone has played it a bunch, it's like, this is a fun reimagining of the game, you know what I mean? I'm enjoying myself. I think I'm having a good time. Do I think it will necessarily be this fun all the way through? I'm unsure, to be honest with you. I think it will. Wait. I don't know, there's certain games where, like, if anything, I wish for more ROM hacks, because I feel like it could really add to their being. It would really add to replayability, things like that. Like, I can't tell you how much I wish there was a good, let me be clear here, a good Breath of Fire 3, like, difficulty readjustment hack. There are Breath of Fire 3 difficulty hacks out there. They ain't good. They fall into the pitfalls of so many, where someone just super inflates the numbers, and it's just like, this isn't fun. This is whatever the opposite of fun is. The Red Wings! We can't fight back the airships. Retreat! Yeah, there's a thing a lot with difficulty ROM hacks.
Sorry, I dragged you into a hopeless war.
I told you, the cause of war is not yours alone, and we haven't lost yet. Like, there's a thing with a lot of difficulty ROM hacks where they don't seek to create a fun, balanced experience that can be properly enjoyed or anything like that. They just fucking crank the numbers up to 1 billion and act like that's the same thing. And it is so thoroughly not. Like, you know, and I'll tell you, I say this as a fan of Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem ain't much better. We must withdraw. All right, time to head off on tour rental. Nice. I hope it goes nice.
The king has already taken refuge with the women and children. Draw the enemies and
Hopefully this will be the one to do it. I will, fingers crossed. Please let me know how it goes.
smash him!
Yeah, there are so many where what they do is they just say, "What up, Shan?" There's so many ROM hacks, so many, like, difficulty ROM hacks where all they do is they inflate the numbers. And again, I say this as a fan of Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem, you do not come out looking good in this discussion. Because, like, not always. Sometimes you look great. Like, some of the Fire Emblem hard modes are just, like, perfect for someone like me who really enjoys it. Hector hard mode is one of the gold standards of the series. Path of Radiance hard mode, love that shit. But then they have, like, Maniac modes. We can't hold here any longer. And usually Maniac mode or Lunatic mode, depending on which game you're talking about, is just so stupidly cranked that it loses the ability to be fun.
Lock the door. We must at least hold this ground.
Where's the crystal?
Upstairs.
Opened.
What? What are you doing?
He was a traitor. Like, I think the best example of that I have is Fire Emblem Awakening, where it is a known quantity that, like, if you play on Lunatic mode, there is basically, like, your party, your breakdown is pretty much already decided. You are essentially, like, you can try and play it your own way. You're allowed to try, but spoiler alert, it's gonna be Frederick and Robin teaming up at the beginning until Robin is strong enough to steamroll the game, because anyone else is just going to die. Because the enemies are so fucking overtuned, and no one else has enough growth potential in the first half of the game. The only ones who have it in the second half of the game are the kids, but you have to be able to get the parents up strong enough, so it just becomes Robin destroys the world. It's stupid.
Let's retreat to the crystal room.
No! Edward! Another great example. The one that the much maligned, and I crack on it all the time, and it has good things about it, but fuck if it ain't difficult to get there. Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon, which has, you know, regular normal mode, and then it has hard mode. Except it doesn't just have hard mode. It has hard mode with a number of stars, right? Hard, and people generally refer to it by the number of stars. Hard 1, hard 2, all the way up to hard 5. Hard 5 loses the ability to be fun. Hard 5, like, you get to the second boss, and he is so ridiculously overcranked that you essentially all but guarantee that anyone who's attacking him is going to be at risk of dying from a critical hit. And several of them are going to be at risk of dying, period, just from his regular ass attacks. Okay, cool. I'm fine using that one life potion there, because here it's just a fight with Cain, but it's an auto-lose fight. It's been a while, Cecil. Cain, you're alive! Yeah. Fight with us! Surely. But against you, Cecil. Cain? Single combat, Cecil. No! And here's where Cain just fucks you up. Let me try and give an example. While that's playing, let me actually look at, because I'm curious. Forest, Shadow Dragon. Cool. Where's the... No, not base stats. Boss. Okay, boss data. Here we go. Hard 5 stats. Cool. The second fucking boss of the game. Gomer. Okay? The second boss. Now, the best character you have to fight Gomer. Let me just make sure I'm not stupid here. Yeah, you're probably using Daros or one of your pirates or something like that, or one of your cavaliers or something like that. In Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon, is it 4 speed difference for double attack? Yes. If someone has 4 speed more than someone else, attack speed as it's known, not raw speed stat, which your attack speed is your actual speed minus your weapon weight minus your strength. So like you do that first. So like you take your weapon's weight, you subtract your strength stat. If the weight is greater than the strength stat, then whatever's left over, you remove that from your speed. Okay. At that point, the fastest characters you have would be like Sheeta, who's going to be incredibly fail, has 12 speed. Oh, that's right. Ogma will have been recruited by then, right? Yeah. Ogma's your best bet with 12 speed so that he won't be able to get doubled. Basically, anyone else is going to have a chance to get double attacked by Gomer, who has a hand axe, so he can attack at range 2, so you can't try and pelt him from range, and has, as the boss of the second level, 16 strength! The cap, by the way, for a tier 1 unit is 20. Oh, by the way, he's sitting on a fort, which means he has boosted defenses, boosted evasion, and recovers health every turn. So you can't just go with the idea of, oh, I'm going to slowly chip him down with hit after hit after hit, and eventually death by 1,000 cuts. Because if you don't do enough damage, he just heals it. It's stupid. It's so stupid. It becomes like you have, again, 2 or 3 characters you have to use, or else you just lose. So the thing, that's why when I'm saying like a lot of ROM hacks do it, man, a lot of fucking games do it too. Their idea of hard is inflate all the stats so much that you have basically one path to victory. And that's not fun. Fun is give me a puzzle, a challenge, but that I have at least more than one way to figure it out. I obviously like puzzles themselves. I have a default solution. But what I'm saying is when you're talking about an RPG ROM, like a difficulty ROM hack or something like that, give me the ability to use the tools available to find a solution. But don't have it be just, I hope you use this one character from early on and no one else. That's not fun. That's not fun, intriguing gameplay. That's asinine.
You are under Golbez's? I'll put you out of your misery.
You can't! No!
Rosa!
Kane, why you?
Don't look at me! Why so upset, Kane?
Golbez he's a bad motherfucker, but I do love him.
Golbez! You are Golbez. And you are Cecil. Glad to see you. Take my greeting.
Cecil! No! Ha! You know, sometimes I look back on this and I'm like, yeah, this is the game that made me love RPGs. I don't have a lot of defense, folks.
That's enough. Take the crystal, Kane. Yes, master.
No, Kane!
Don't! Is this girl so important to you? Very well. I shall see you again. I'm taking her as a token of this promise. Come, Kane!
Yeah, like, this is the text from when I played as a child. This is the text that made me be like, this story is amazing. I guess it's just what the barrier to entry was for the Super Nintendo.
You had a narrow escape, Cecil.
Wait! Cure!
Rosa.
Cure! I will say one thing I will give this game is that it was willing to just have the characters use spells outside of battle. Like, just acknowledge the fact that they literally knew cure or fire or whatever the fuck and actually build it into plot points and shit. Everybody dead as fuck. You okay?
Thanks, Rydia. But Rosa was taken. And the crystal. Rosa.
And she just tells them all to wake the fuck up.
Come on! Rosa's all right, and we can take back the crystal too!
That's right. We will help you this time. Heal the wound and let us think about how to rescue Rosa. Thank you.
Yes, this is the central pivotal all is lost moment. The king is wounded. We do have to go to him. But found a cure 1, found a black shield, found an ether. It's not here, right? The double room isn't here. I'm not overthinking this. Cool. No. Found a cure 1, found a cure 1, found a heal, found a tent. Yang's wife, talking about how she beat the shit out of some soldiers with a frying pan. And honestly, good for her. I wonder if they updated the name of it in this version. So, there's a side quest you can essentially do at the end of the game, which is Yang gets knocked the fuck out and ends up in the cave, the Sylph Cave. We'll have to do something, but do not worry and rest now. Oh, that's right. We gotta go to the inn first. Yang ends up in the Sylph Cave, ends up knocked the fuck out. You eventually come back, tell his wife that he's okay, but he's knocked out cold. And she gives you a frying pan to wake him up. And... we must rescue Rosa, but we need the airship. Baron is the only one who has it.
Can we sneak in?
Baron's main force is the Red Wings. The sea power is relatively weak. Let's make it on the sea. But how?
I will ask the king for a ship. He will cooperate with you.
Thanks.
Who is that dragoon?
Kane used to be my best friend. Together we swore to get out of Baron.
I see.
Anyway, we must take a rest now. So if you go and you find Kane, or you go and you find Yang, and then you go to his wife, and you report about how you found him, she gives you the frying pan, you go back to the Sylph Cave, you beat the fuck out of him with the frying pan, it wakes him up. Then you go back to his wife, return the frying pan, she gives you, it is supposed to be a knife, but in the original translation, they didn't want to give you a knife to throw, for whatever stupid reason. Like, they didn't want to have Yang's wife hand you a knife. Like, they didn't want to associate her with walking around with a knife because of the whole, like, clean, nice image so many games had on the Super Nintendo and all that. So she gives you a spoon. And it's still a throwing weapon, and it still has the highest damage multiplier, so it deals a guaranteed 9999 damage. But it's a spoon.
I see. Yang, go and help them. We owe Cecil so much. A ship will be arranged soon. We hope it will help. Cecil, take this sword. Dark Knight who came to Fabul left this long ago, but it is still the arms of the dark side. It will not work against the true evil. Got a black sword. Go to the harbor to the east as soon as you get prepared. You'll find a ship is there for you. If Golbez acquires them all, the world will face an unprecedented crisis. Alright. I'm assuming the black sword is the new updated name for the Deathbringer? I don't know if it does the auto kill shit. But if so, that is fairly useful. I know I'm not going to have more than one Dark Knight. So, selling the older Dark Knight swords, probably a smart investment. I'm gonna buy... should I? No. Not yet. I may throw a Dark Knight back in the party. There's no... I might as well sell the Imp, because I can't use it. Like, I already used it, so I can't use it again, is what I'm saying. I'll leave them for now. I think we leave our party as is for right now, and we see what is available in Mycedia when we get there, and we go from there. This is one of my favorite little side notes, by the way, of this game. This song right here is the... So every party member who lasts till the end of the game has a theme song. Okay? Cecil has the contemplative theme. Rosa has theme of love. So on and so forth. This is the theme song of the fifth party member, Edge. And the name of the song is Hey Sid. Because it fits more with Sid. They just didn't make another song for Edge. They were like, yeah, sure, fuck it.
This is Edge's song too, I guess. I was like, alright, you know, you can just, it's fine, you're allowed to be lazy, but like, damn, man. Honey, take good care and fight bravely.
Certainly.
Oh. The others too. Yes, madam. Hold on one second. Take care.
Take care.
Don't worry. And everything's gonna be fine.
You're Cecil. I have heard of your feat. Feel at home on my ship. It won't take long to reach Baron.
Now, let's get going. I have heard of your feat. Just one. 1 feet.
Raise the anchor. Hoy!
What would you do after we arrive at Baron? Let's find Sid, the master engineer. He's the expert of the airships. He'll help us.
Hope he's okay.
Are you cold? You're shivering. No, it's nothing. It's nothing, liar. He knew what was coming. What's coming? Nope rope. Giant watery nope rope. What? Nope rope! It can't be! Is that true? The Master of the Seas! That's...
Leviathan!
If I had a nickel for every time I've encountered Leviathan out at sea in a Final Fantasy game and he's fucked things up. I'd have a couple of nickels, not gonna lie. Stop it! Help!
Rydia!
Rydia! Yang! No! Edward! Damn. That sucks. Where am I? Rydia! Edward! Yang! Guess I'm alone. Now, at first I thought this would be weird how there's already going to be 4 people in my party because it never shifts with the current setup. But then I realized it's really not a big deal because, like, by the time I face the next actual fight that matters, which is Scarmiglione, I would have had 4 people in my party anyways. Just house prayers, our elder forgives everything you've done, but I cannot... What do you want from us this time? I am Cecil, the ex-captain of the Red Wings. I could not disobey the king. Apologies will not bring our friends back alive, but I can at least listen to your words. I'm fighting the one called Golbez, who is the mastermind of Baron. A girl was captured, so we were on our way to Baron for her rescue, but we were attacked by Leviathan and... lost your friends. It would be your trial, but as long as you depend upon the Dark Sword, you cannot defeat true evil.
Moreover, you might be consumed with its evil at any time. If you wish to fight against evil with good, go to Mount Ordeals to the east of Mycedia. But I must hurry! I do understand, but do not hurry. At first you must climb Mount Ordeals and renounce this evil sword and gain the Sword of Sacredness. The one who can accept the holy light is called a paladin. It is the sacred knight. Many went to Mount Ordeals to be a paladin, but none returned. Will you try? Yes, but it would be hard for you alone with your dark sword. Take wizards with you. Palum, Porum! One of my favorite songs in this whole thing.
You called for us?
Where is Palum?
Palum, come on!
So you're that Baronian guy, aren't you?
I'm gonna help you, so thank me.
These two? Palum and Porum. They may be of help. Do not be deceived by their appearances.
Be thankful that Mycenian genius Palum will accompany you.
Palum! It's for your own good.
Well, how do you do, sir? Palum, you must greet him. Hi, man.
And now we got Black Wizard and White Wizard. I love how, like, that is actually one update I'm super cool with in the Pixel Remaster. Palm just goes, sup. It's just like, yeah, that is the most Palum thing he could say, TBH.
Now to Mount Ordeals. Palum and Porum, do everything in your power to help Cecil.
Cool. Do I want to change anyone? I think maybe just making Rosa a straight up White Wizard. Boring though it may be. Is this the training? Yes. Just the reminder training room. Okay. Adding that in every town seems a bit unnecessary. Okay. Grab a flame rod. Grab a great bow. Dancing dagger would not... It's expensive, but it's a fairly useful item at this point in the game. I'll leave it for now. I'm gonna go check the armor shop first. Alright, I think what I'm gonna do, because Rydia doesn't have any new summons or anything yet, I will make her a Black Wizard. We'll definitely give her the Fire Rod. Because we're about to face some enemies who are weak to fire. And then let's have you become a White Wizard, boring though that may be. Oh, you can also equip bows. I will actually give you the Cure Staff. I'll buy a Cure Staff. Oh. I didn't expect that to be the sprites for whatever reason. I'm okay with it though. Okay. What we got in the armor shop? Gaia hat, Gaia armor. Full suit of knight's armor. Monk, Black Wizard, and White Wizard. We're getting 2 of each of these. Gaia hat. Nice upgrade. Gaia armor. Nice upgrade. Okay. And then, can you equip one of those body armors? Just the leather. Still, it's an upgrade. Instead of the crossbow, let's give you the great bow. Nice upgrade. Sweet. Let's sell the regular staff. I certainly don't need that. The iron armor at this point is not doing anything for me. Same with the iron shields. Or the regular rod. Or the iron arrows. So the short bow, I think. Yeah. I'll leave like at least a basic weapon for every class for sure. But I can sell the crossbow. Leave the whip. Definitely sell the caps. I don't need those. Okay. As far as the shadow gear goes. 550, 1,000. Okay, I can sell the shadow armor. And I think I'm good from there. Are there any items worth grabbing? Cure 2s eventually, I'm sure, but for now, we're good. Okay, up here. Yeah, no, we're good. I was just trying to see if there was any items or anything I should be aware of. Okay, cool. All right, let's roll with this party for a bit. Yeah, that's a squad right there. Ah, yes. My favorite Final Fantasy IV party. Ranger from Final Fantasy V. Black Mage from FF1. So that's Ranger Ferris, FF1 Black Mage, Purple Yang, and Kryl. White Mage Kryl. My favorite FF4 party. Kryl. I have no problem with Kryl. I love Kryl. She's great. That is who that is. Okay. Media fight. Let's try praying. I didn't really take any damage, but... Cool. You know, I didn't actually check what spells are available to them, and that feels like a missed opportunity. Okay, you've got the level 2 white magic. I'm guessing I have to level up more for the next set, but... So... One. And you've got the level... Okay, cool. Good. Good to know. Perfect. Phenomenal. Kane and Cecil leveled up. Sometimes it's hard to remember that his name is Cecil and not Cecil. Because I always used to say Cecil as a kid. Mainly because, and I cannot stress this enough, it's an existing fucking name. And yes, there are some people who actually not only have this existing name, but pronounce it Cecil. But there are also people who have the name and pronounce it Cecil. I know some of them. Does it only work when used as an item? Let me check. Okay, yeah. It's basically like Cure 1 on the party when used as an item. Which isn't the best thing ever, but it's free healing's free healing, dog. Speaking of, so I'm essentially reliving two really favored RPGs right now. Because I never finished it before, I decided, fuck it. I'm going back, I'm playing Metaphor Refantasio. I am all the way up to, what's the name of the island? The Virga Islands. And just getting reminded of how many punches that game fucking refuses to pull about shit happening with different characters. But simultaneously, but I do love it. But simultaneously, so Gideon has gotten sick recently, more than once, and so it's like, okay, he needs to find things to do in the house. And he's grown a little bored, because he was so consistently playing like multiplayer games, and so his thing was he would be home and he wouldn't have his friends to play with, so he was trying to be like, okay, well, what can I play while my friends aren't home, you know? And he's always been someone who loves some grand adventures and such.
Your turn, Palom.
1 second.
I know, you don't have to say that. Ice! Piece of cake. Pow! Palom, our elder taught us not to submit to arrogance. Shall we go now?
Hold on 1 second. Anyways, he's been playing Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and just going back through is like, seeing him play makes me want to go back and replay because I fucking love that game. I am 99% sure. Like, I don't know who. Because, Carrico, I just saw your comment. I don't know who rolled up in chat and decided to say that. I'm very familiar with Gades. I think it is actually pronounced Gades. I don't. Unless it's in that dumbass fucking DS reboot. Like, reimagining, if you will, of Lufia 2. And it's funny, the Lufia 2 remake on DS, Rise of the Sinistrals, if I remember correctly. That one, I don't remember if that one had voice acting. I don't think it did. I don't think that one had voice acting. So if it didn't, like, we've never had a canonical pronunciation, but I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Gades. Because, like, it's supposed to be a reference to Hades. Because he's a harbinger of death. Like, they weren't subtle about the references. Like, the high one among them is fucking Dios. And they're supposed to be like gods. They're not. No, I'm pretty sure it's Gades. But the devs have an art book where they reference it. Really, I had no clue. I honestly thought it was pronounced Gades. Like, that doesn't even. Alright. Like, it's. Because it's Gades, and then the others are named fucking Amon and Dios. And then, Eris? Like, all of them are literally named, like, fucking Sam's Club versions of existing gods. Why would that one be different? I guess technically Dios is a playoff of Deus, and so you could say goddess, like goddess, but I don't know. It's fucking Gades, man. I'm sorry, it's Gades. And they can Gades nuts. Come, Mylon.
Mylon of Earth, at your service.
We must not leave Cecil alone. We'd better make a move against him. Fortunately, his dark sword is nothing to fear for your monsters. However, he is climbing Mount Ordeals now.
Then he is to become a paladin.
Your mission is to dispose of him beforehand.
Yes, my master.
Very well. Things have become interesting, don't you think, Kane?
Yes, but Cecil might prove quite a formidable opponent.
I understand you respect your former friend, but I sent Mylon after him.
Mylon is one of my 4 fiends of elements. He'll put on a good show.
Don't you think, Rosa?
Let me take the task of slaying him instead of Mylon.
How dare you ask for such a task? I've had enough of your blundering. You only have to watch this girl.
Yes, master.
Cecil, watch out. Oh, you know what?
All right, I'm gonna do that.
Let me swap to the Fire Claw, and that should make you easily able to one-hit KO this bastard. I think they absorb fire, but ice should be okay. And it does damage. Doesn't do a ton of damage, but it does damage. And now we swap over back to Jesus. The reason I even did this fight is because spending extra turns against weaker enemies allows me to use Rosa's Cure Staff to get us back in good shape. Okay. I'm not dealing with that. Just off rip, the vibes are bad. Was a surprise attack. Vibes are off. Not feeling it. Okay. Now, if I fight... That's the difference in magic defense between them. It's pretty fucking substantial. Yeah, Cecil, so Edge, I think, is going to be the only character amongst the team who is ambidextrous, and thus the only one who can equip 2 of any given set of weapons, like claws for extra elemental access. But thankfully, the monk claws don't really impact your attack power. They just provide effects. Either, well, rephrase. There are some later claws that come that give status effects, and those will give you a couple of points to attack. It's not much. The majority of your attack is just your raw attack strength.
Tella!
Cecil! You seek for Meteo as well?
He knows of Meteo. That means, hey man, you're Tella, right? Watch your mouth. Call him Master Tella. We are honored to see you. We are ordered by our elder to spy on...
Pow! Right in the kisser.
Ahem! We are to guide Cecil and Mount Ordeals. My name is Porum.
And I'm Pala.
So you're Tella. You're famous in Mycedia too.
Kids of Mycedia. Very well. And Edward and Rydia?
We were attacked by Leviathan on our way to Baron.
Oh no!
And Rosa was captured by Golbez.
That must be his girlfriend.
Hush!
I cannot defeat Golbez with my spells alone. I've been seeking the magic of legend, Meteo. I felt a strong power from this mountain.
Meteo is too dangerous. You're too old. Oops.
Yes, I'm old, but no matter the price, I must avenge my daughter.
Grown-ups, they like troubles. Be quiet. It's no place for kids.
Why did you come here, Cecil?
I came here to be a paladin. My dark sword cannot defeat Golbez.
Who's Golbez?
You don't know? He's controlling Baron.
Yes, he is the source of all evil. Paladin. There must be some secret hidden in this mountain. I will come with you.
Sage enhanced black. Oh! Okay. Huh. Okay, so these classes learn more spells via story updates. All right. I can get jiggy with that. I can get jiggy with that. Instead of tying it to level. I think it's actually a neat way of handling it. Let's fire one. It won't get the kill, even with the fire rod, but that with a kick, maybe? It did work. Okay, first thing, cure, then I'll throw the... This should be enough to get the final kill. But if not... hit. Nope, never mind. Cool. Alright. So... Oh, item first. Ether. I'm just gonna run. Because I know what's around the corner here. I might do some... I'm not about to end right now or anything.
Palom, stop it. Not me.
I might do some between stream grinding though. Because I know how later FF4 can get a little grind heavy. So I might do that to smooth out the play experience here.
There it goes. It's not me.
Just to make sure, you've got the fire claw, you've got the flame rod. Okay.
Watch out! I feel something evil. I'm glad indeed, to slay you all. Who is it? Hello, I'm Golbez's Fiend of Earth Mylon. Now, mealtime for my monsters!
Okay, cool. So, aim at Mylon himself. You're going to cure 2 all of them. You're going to fire 2 all of them. And Cecil is gonna just punch. But I'm gonna wait a sec to do that. Focus, so my next hit deals more. Oh, is he counterattacking everything I do? Didn't you do a targeted cure one? Alright, now that I have focus, let me attack. With fire, this should deal. Okay. Yeah, it's a counter. So we need to maximize the damage when we do hit. For sure. Hey, crush. I should have done that from the beginning, to be honest. Just lower the defense. Really? That's after a crush? That's not great. One more, fire 2. I'm gonna run back and tent again after this, so I'm not really worried about, like, blasting Fire 2, so I probably should be more liberally throwing out Cure 2, if we can be honest. I wonder, am I gonna get these classes enhanced again? Or am I gonna have to... Is this gonna make Cognazzo much harder?
Oh, my body!
Like, this might make Cognazzo much harder. Okay. Okay. In advance, swap the order of everybody.
Well done, but my true strength lies in death, and with it I drag you all to the abyss.
Cool. Prepared for the back attack. Here it is! Bam, 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 bam. Ba-na-na-na-na, na-na, 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 Jesus Christ! Why does he hit so hard? I need big heals. I need big heals right the fuck now. Fuck! Wait. We still got a chance. Perfect timing. Suck my dick, bro. Do I have a cure too? I do. I have a single one. I'm gonna use it. Cool. Jeez, leave him alone! Aura to heal a little bit and also to defend. I may just need to level a bit more for this fight. Like, I kind of just been cruising on autopilot, but fuck me to tears, dog. Eat my nuts, bro. Jesus. Why does he hit so hard?
What? You beat me twice!
Grabba! He did. Alright, I need to heal everybody, because, shit. I forgot this game will let you waste MP healing someone who is totally fine. Okay, form. Sweet. My son. Son? Who are you? I've been waiting. Sorrow fills me. I shall entrust you with my power, and grieve that no other way remains. Part from your past. Conquer your darkness within. If you can't overcome your past self, the sacred power of light will not accept you.
2 Cecils? What's going on? Cecil! Cecil! Hey dude, watch out!
No need to help. This is my own fight. I must defeat him to amend my past guilt. Okay. I'm going to save. I don't know if you're supposed to fight this one like normal. I'm just gonna keep defending and see if it does, like if it still has the normal trigger, or if I have to actually fight this. It's supposed to be a Dark Knight, by the way, so it's very funny that it's just jobless instead. Cool. Justice is not the only right in this world. Someday you will see. Go, Cecil. Yeah. So with the normally you fight the Dark Knight spirit here. And you're supposed to defend. You can actually use healing items and such to, like, force your way through. But, well done. Now I put my spirit into the power of light and trust it into your hands. Receive the last light left in me. My son. Stop Golbez. Wait! Voice of Light entrusts Paladin and Time Wizard. Okay. Sure.
You all right? Right on! Hush!
What is this I'm feeling? It's so familiar. That voice.
Oh my!
Master Tella?
Yes, I remember the spells!
Tella recalled all the spells he had forgotten. Meteo? That light has bestowed upon me the greatest magic! Grandmaster that he is.
Hey, Porum.
Cecil.
To tell you the truth, we... Okay now, all's ready. Let's go and get Golbez!
What are you doing, Cecil?
What are you doing, Cecil? We must go!
Yeah. But that light, it called me my son.
Wait a sec. Let us go, Cecil.
Okay. Notice he didn't actually change from being a Dark Knight, by the way. Like, he's just Dark Knight the whole game, I guess, on his outside sprite. Which is fine. Just funny. Okay. Alright. What the fuck does Time Wizard know? And what's its growth look like? Paladin, I'd give up some strength growth, but gain the best possible HP and vitality growth. Also, some will growth. Might be worth using, not sure. Time Wizard. Is it basically Fusoya? Kind of? Maybe? Let me try this. Let me... Can you still equip that Cure Staff? Yes. Okay, cool. And then can you equip the Gaia shit? Okay, cool. And then what spells do you have? 9 and 18. Slow, warp, blink, fast. Okay. Stone and wall. Haste alone this early might make it worth it. Like, dead ass. Okay, I can't warp out. Can I? Nope, we gotta walk out. Cool. Totally fine. Yeah, getting haste this early, because fast is just haste. Getting haste this early might be worth it. Oh, it's Time Mage Gallop. I don't know what I expected. But it wasn't that. Region is cool. That's used to be Fusoya's job command. It's useful in a boss fight for sure. Because it works over time. So it might be worthwhile to have for a little while. Not the best possible growth, but it does improve, like, agility and HP a bit and what have you, so might still be worth it. Figured just something a little different. Have our party look... The only way in which it's the same is it looks like, you know, if, like, there being a black wizard, so, like, if Palom was here. But otherwise, totally different from what it would normally be at this point of the game. I'm running because I'm trying to get to the Baron side of things and see if I can still go to the Village of Mist. Leave me. Leave me alone. Fine. It's just the one. And they pay out pretty decently, actually. Cool. Cecil's defense is so poo. Like... Not having a lightning rod is very annoying, but it's ultimately fine. I probably could just lick to this sucker and call it a day. We'll be back soon. I think I will do that. I think the way you know I truly love this game is that, again, I have played it numerous times over the years. I've never gotten sick of the battle music. It's one of my favorites. I'm running. Oh. I'm not running, but only because I'm guessing a kick should insta-gib this party. Insta-gank. Also, Caracal, are they playing regular-ass Lufia 2? Or are they playing Ancient Cave? If you're still here, that is. But or doing the Ancient Cave, I should say. You have Lufia 2 to thank for basically every sort of, like, 100-floor dungeon with cool shit at the bottom that you know of in games. Unironically did that shit first. I'll leave it for now and not buy the knight's armor and such just yet. You really became... Here you are.
Man, unbelievable!
What about?
I felt guilty, but I had them spy on you, but it turned out there was no need for it. That is the reason why we accompanied you.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you. I do understand. You did the right thing. I deserve it.
But you've overcome your past and become the paladin. That sword?
I received it on Mount Ordeals.
The inscription upon this sword is exactly the same as the Mycedian legend.
Legend?
One to be born from a dragon, hoisting the light and the dark, arises high up in the sky to the still land, veiling the moon with the light of eternity. It brings another promise to Mother Earth with a bounty and mercy.
The light called me son. What is that light? I do not know what it is, nor do I know what the legend means, but we Mycedians from generation to generation are told to wish for this legend, and to believe in the one with the sacred light. Now I am sure that you are the one. Now we must get rid of Golbez in a hurry.
Oh, Tella.
It's been a while.
We've met him on Mount Ordeals.
This old man knows the legendary Meteo. What? Is the world in such a dire crisis as to unseal Meteo? It seems so. I'll avenge Anna with my Meteo.
Avenge? You mean...
Golbez took my daughter's life. I will make him pay for it with Meteo.
Do not fight with vengeance, Tella. Moreover, you are in no condition to use Meteo.
Even if the price is my life, I can't forgive Golbez.
I thought you'd say so. You haven't changed.
You too.
But Cecil has become a paladin. If you join forces, you must go back to Baron and get the airship to fight Golbez on equal terms. Very well.
I open the Serpent Road. Go to Baron. I will confine myself in the Tower of Wishes and wish for you all. Paladin Cecil. Palom, Porum, you've completed your duty.
It's not over yet. You told us to help him. Please allow us to go with him.
The Mount Ordeals accepted you and returned you alive. Thus this may be your destiny. Cecil, Tella, please look after these two children.
But you know what we can do, don't you? Right.
Never worry. I'm with you.
Okay. I'm counting on you all.
Thanks, old man. Calm down and let's go.
Now
Go to Baron through the Serpent Road to the right of this town. We will only be wishing for not only you, but for all those living on this earth.
Not only be wishing for, but whatever. Okay.
Serpent Road!
Cool. Okay. Lock can't get in, but what I'm supposed to do is you go to the inn. Because if you go to the castle, you get booted out. If you go to the inn, however, it's Yang.
Yang! It's me, Cecil. I became a paladin.
Get him! Yes, sir! Oh my god. I am suddenly reminded of the horror that is this moment in the Edward only challenge. That his AI never triggers the story advancement step of Cecil attacking him. So you just have to get rid of all his 20,000 HP. That was the fucking worst. Well, that wasn't the worst. The worst is still Frog only versus Nizbel. Second worst, Edward versus Yang. Yang, it's me. I know that! Monk v. Monk. Why did he use a sword? Why did he use a sword? I might be fucked. Son of a bitch. I might just lose. I dead ass might just lose to Yang. Achoo! Please, please, please let the AI trigger that these are attacks and it's just a time-based thing. Please. I haven't saved since Mount Nordials. Alright, I officially need to not be this week.
Okay. So. I'm going to speed right through this shit. I do have a thing I can pull, but... Poisoned. Okay. Cool. It's not gonna hurt you as bad, but it will hurt you. Ah, fuck. Slowing Palom kinda sucks, but... Rydia. Fucking whoever. What up, Quaresma? Good to see you. Thank you for dropping by. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Okay, that wasn't that bad, actually. I would actually much prefer that to his physical attacks. All things being equal. Okay, I think what I am gonna do is I'm going to speed through everything, right? Get myself back to Baron. Ooh, an arcade machine. Yes! Yes, this is one of my favorite pieces here in my room. It's good, and I specifically wanted this one by... The only other one I would want is the, from Arcade 1-Up, is the, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 machine. But that mid-late 90s era Capcom art, unmatched for me. So it just makes a great centerpiece, you know? Okay. I'm gonna need a heal real quick. And then... I'm gonna skip through the dialogue, because we just saw it before I fucking died. I have antidotes. I have heals. That's fine. Cool. Okay. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna basically get back to where I was in Baron. But then I'm not actually going to fight Yang this time. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to run up to the Village of Mist and see and like loot that place for what I can get. There's some good shit like a dancing dagger, things like that. I think also a Wonder Rod, but see what I can get from there, what have you. And then that's probably where I'm gonna cut off. And then between now and my next stream, I'm gonna level up a little bit, because I'm clearly under-leveled. And granted, I kind of knew I was under-leveled. I was just skating by, because, like, at the beginning of the game actively expects you to start with level 10 characters, and I started with level 1 character. Like, any character who is supposed to come at a higher level than level 1 did not get that benefit, and that thoroughly matters. Because several characters were supposed to come above level 1.
So my team is far weaker than it's supposed to be at this point. To say nothing of the, you know, unusual classes across the board. What up, AJ? So, what makes sense is I can grind up a bit. Now, I may change the classes for the grind to better distribute some stat gain. Did you finish to be Common Rider? Not yet. I'm 20-something episodes in. Like, I'm at episode 20, I think. I'm very close. But... it's so good. It's so good in the stupidest way possible. Yeah, it's so good, dude. I just... especially because, so the comparison I'm going to make here is not going to make any sense, except for the fact that it's going to make all the sense in the world. Which is, Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider is the supernatural of anime. Right? I'm not talking about themes or anything like that. What I'm very, very specifically talking about is the biggest strength that Supernatural has as a show. The thing that made it this major hit comparative to what it originally was trying to be billed as is that Supernatural is only but so serious, but takes itself deadass. It does not take itself completely seriously, and does so deadass seriously, right? So like, it is fully willing to do stupid shit, but treat it with deadly reverence. Whereas, same idea goes for Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider. How it will throw a lampshade on top of some of the stupid shit going on, but also treats everything like it is the biggest deal ever. Fine, fuck it, I'll kill you. So like... and it's hilarious. It's great, like... having Tackle fucking strip in the middle of the street and everyone freaking out because she's switching into her uniform because she does not care. That is any sort of like embarrassment is ancillary to the importance of the moment, right? To where they can genuinely and unironically deliver the line, "Lady, how did puberty hit your tits like a truck but completely snub your brain?" Excellent line delivery. I can't. Or Tojima's having a fight where, what's his name? I'm blanking, it's gonna piss me off. The mobster who gets turned into a shocker combatant. Who ends up, you know, kind of allying with Tojima when his boys get their ass whooped. I'm blanking on his name, but you know who I'm talking about. The whole time when Tojima's fighting and he's Rider! Punch. Punch! Rider! Punch. Just filling in the blank, basically, like... didn't need to do it. Did not need to do it. Does it anyways. It's hilarious. And yes, the core four, if you will, the writers of it all, dead ass serious. They've never been more serious about anything. And everyone around them is so confused. Also, that it's willing to be like, okay, now let's casually look over here, where we have a love triangle between an overweight idol, a dude, best way I can explain him is a dude, and a shocker monster. Okay. 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 Just, okay. A plus-size idol, a monster, and basically Ryu. Correct. It's just dope as fuck. But also, as a result, randomly, weirdly inclusive. Like, the plus-size idol gets the ultimatum from her, you know, idol mate, if you will. You have to decide, do you choose being an idol or do you choose ramen? But then, like, that falls through because of all the events that follow. And, like, she doesn't really give up enjoying shit. She's just allowed to be plus sized. Like, okay. I'm so with it. And like, she is played as a funny character, but she's not funny because she's plus size. Like, her weight has nothing to do with it. In fact, she actually gets about, yes, her fans like her that way. Like, her weight is not played as the joke. She is, you know, a character who is funny because of some of the shit she does, but she's never like the butt of the joke because of her weight. To the point where a monster and a guy who is basically Ryu Street Fighter, both fucking fall for her. Can't explain why. And it's actually rooted in her love of ramen. Okay. Hell yeah, guys. Fuck it up. It's just a good show. I really wish I had the ability to fucking turn off encounters in some way, so I could just get where I need to go. But alas, it's just not efficient to grind here right now. That's why. Cool. Now that we're back. So, coming back to the Village of Mist. You can come over here and get a tiara, a summoner gear, cure 3. Okay, this is new shit for Caller, I'm assuming. I wonder if you can equip it regardless? Nope. Nope. I'm guessing you can only equip that. Oh, well, Rosa can equip it as a white wizard. Huh. Worth noting. I might swap that on, but I was already considering doing black wizard, so I don't know. You come over here. Grab a cure 1 and a heal. And then we come over here and we can get... Oh! All the summons could just be bought. Okay, good. You can get a cat ear hood and another summoner garb. Huh. Get the cat ear hood. For the summoner garb, is that better than leather? 11 and 6. 11, oh, hugely. Oh, hell yeah. Let me make sure it's better than Gaia equipment. It's a slight drop of defense, but you're in the back row for a huge magic defense boost. So hell yeah. Then the cat hood is for sure better, right? Yeah, only slightly, but still worth it. Cool. No. Cool. Cat hood. The extra cat hood might have been a waste, because I forgot I got that tiara. Wait. I think that increases... Tiara greatly increases defenses. Yeah, we're going with that for sure. Summoner. Cool. And then what do they got at the weapon shop? Whip, a chain whip, dancing dagger, and a Chris knife. Chain whip might be better. I'm not sure. All right. Can I not find a dancing dagger in town? I thought I could. Can it only be bought? I also know I could have sworn I could get a wonder. Oh, that was replaced with the tiara and summoner garb and all that. I was about to say, shouldn't I be able to get a wonder rod here? But no, not quite. Cool. Okay. All right, I'm gonna do some testing. Actually, I can do it right now. Okay. Let's get the chain whip. Leave the Chris knife, but chain whip. Versus the great bow and white bow. Unequip that. Chain whip puts you to... Oh! Okay. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I don't know if that's a back row equip, but like... Yeah, I could fuck with that. Okay. Now that we have much better shit, we do this. Unequip you, swap you to Time Wizard. And what do you... You cannot equip the Summoner gear as a Time Wizard. Can you equip the Tiara? Nope. Okay, noted. Noted. Okay. The Time Wizard's gonna increase HP growth a bit, which is gonna be needed. Okay. Did I actually get a Paladin sword up there? I did not. Unless I'm confused? Oh, I did. I did get the legend sword. How strong is that right now? Pretty fucking strong. Might be worth it. But I will have to get the knight armor eventually. Because I can't equip the... I don't have the black armor to go with. SDCFSFC. SDCFSDC. This won't help his direct damage output, but it'll help his fucking survivability output. And he probably needs a little bit of that right now. For a couple levels. Yeah. Let's go with this for a bit. Okay. I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna cut it off here. I'm gonna do a little bit of leveling up between today and tomorrow and get myself to where I can actually, you know, survive getting my shit whooped by what's his face? By Yang, and we can continue the story when the next stream. Thank you all so very much for hanging out with me. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Till next time. I'll catch you later.